Yeah, the reality is that we have some pretty significant challenges. Not only the meat industry, but the food industry more broadly, and our food systems have just a huge amount of power, and it's very hard to get that back once we've handed it over, essentially. And what adds to the challenge is that a lot of governments have such close ties with those industries, and there's a lot of lobbying that happens behind closed doors, a lot of political donations that are made by the meat and food industry, and of course, every fossil fuels and every other industry you could think of. And that makes our job in policymaking incredibly hard. I mean, there's a huge amount of incoherence happening where, on one side we're coming out saying, we've got these public health issues and these environmental issues that we want to put regulation in, and yet this, glaringly obvious contributor, which is, these large industries that are dominating our supply chains, and they're just kind of walking around scot-free and not taking really any accountability for it. So it will be a big challenge. I mean, I do feel kind of hopeful. I think people are waking up a little bit. Commercial determinants of health is becoming a research stream in and of itself, and that's certainly what I plan to continue researching on. So I think a lot of these practices are being exposed, and hopefully as we get better, communicating them to the public. But you can see it, I think, more generally, the society, I think, is waking up to the issues associated with excessive corporate power, and that leaves me hopeful that we can use the evidence that we're tabulating at the moment to convince policymakers that this is the way forward. And even kind of more tangential movements around political transparency and reporting of who's meeting with our ministers.